Don't you already know what's coming? Do-do-do, do-do-do. Brooms are out. Come sweep Pittsburgh. Come on and join the show.
You are Locked On Cubs, your daily Chicago Cubs podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
You are Locked On Cubs, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Alongside Sam Olber, I'm Matt Cozy. Please support the show and be a part of our Locked On Cubs community by following on your preferred audio platform. And you can watch, subscribe, and leave a comment on YouTube. Thanks so much for making us your first listen. Sam and I are lifelong fans, taking our passion into discussion with you on all things Cubs. Today's episode is presented by eBay Motors. A championship team is about each player being a perfect fit, and the same goes for your vehicle. Stay in the game with eBay Guaranteed Fit. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride. eBay Guaranteed Fit only available to U.S. customers. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply. We're getting the brooms out once again, as in a one-week span, the Cubs have swept the Pirates not once but twice. The Cubs completing that feat on Wednesday with an 8-3 victory. And we're going to recap innings 1 through 9 of that ball game a little bit later, because we have to lead off by going back to the classroom, Sam.
Haven't been in a while.
Kyle Hendricks made his 6th start of the season on Wednesday and now carries a 2.60 ERA in 34 2/3 innings. He's allowed 25 hits, 15 runs, 10 earned, 9 walks, 18 strikeouts. Kyle Hendricks has been classic Kyle Hendricks, especially the last 3 times out. There was so much uncertainty after a major injury in his throwing shoulder, missed the entire second half of 2022 and the first 2 months of this year. And now, Sam, I am making it official. Kyle Hendricks has helped change the trajectory of the Cubs in 2023.
Yeah, I think that sounds just about right. He came up, what was his first start was against the Mets. So he's made 6 starts now. They've won 4 of the 6. He's really stabilized the rotation. And we haven't really had a full glimpse yet, and we're starting to get it now as Steele will make his second start back from the IL this weekend, of what Steele, Stroman, Smiley, Hendricks looks like.
Yeah.
And then Tyone is kind of the 5th guy that hopefully at some point could get on a roll. But yeah, I mean, he's been awesome. And I didn't get a chance. I listened to the majority of the game today, so I'll still have to watch it. But he's doing what Kyle Hendricks does. The results are basically what Kyle Hendricks has gotten most of his Cubs career outside of the last 2 years. I mean, this is truly a vintage Kyle Hendricks 6-start stretch. I mean, his ERA's got to be close to under 3 at this point.
Yeah, 2.6.
Oh, it's 2.6.
Yeah.
So I don't know what else you could say.
Right.
I actually quietly thought he was going to get hit around today.
Okay.
I was a little nervous about it, and I had no rationale as to why. And I tracked the first couple innings, and I just saw, I was like, uh-oh, he walked the guy, double, here we go. And then that was about it. So,
yeah.
the changeups, like, I don't think he's doing anything different.
Not really.
He's still throwing his changeup. He's still
3
throwing his four
pitches.
seam. He's still throwing his sinker. The curve he uses seldomly.
Yeah, so I guess 4 total pitches.
Yeah, right. But the fastball sinker is basically 1 pitch.
Right.
Yeah,
mainly low in the zone.
And I actually saw somebody say, hey, it's Pittsburgh. They're really struggling. Why don't you look who he's pitched against?
The
Mets, the Rays, the Padres, the Orioles.
The Gigantes.
The Giants, I mean, these are teams that are
Orioles.
scolding the baseball. So, yeah, this was his first kind of soft landing, and he knocked it out of the park. And I agree with you. I think Kyle Hendricks has really helped change the tone of this season. This season felt like there was a small tone change on Saturday night in San Francisco.
Yeah.
When he flirted,
looking back on it now, yeah.
When he flirted with a no-hitter, and then Mitch Haniger, decided to hit one off the wall.
I think the Giants came back and won on a walk-off again.
No, I don't think.
On Tuesday night?
I think the Giants have lost like one game since they played the Cubs.
Yeah, no, they're pretty good.
So
it is high. It is deep. Anyway.
It is out of here.
Yeah, you feel good about Stroman and Steele, of course.
Maybe we could have Dwayne Kuiper on.
Okay. And Smiley has been good more lately. Has been good lately. He has been only okay, and of course, that brother Tyone has struggled mightily. But you have to give Hendricks, his due, and stability in the rotation is a great way to put it, Sam. He's another threat every 5 days to get a bunch of outs. Pitched into the 7th again on Wednesday against the Buccos. And on the season now, he has a strikeout percentage of exactly 65. And, starting pitchers usually shoot between 60, 62. 65 is outstanding. Again, mainly fastball, change, curve.
Wait, what do you mean What do you mean strikeout percentage? You mean
like strikes divided by pitches thrown?
Oh, amount of strikes thrown.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
And 65 is really good, and for somebody that missed so much time, it's really good, but not a surprise given his body of work. So
it is a surprise, though. It is.
You know what? You're right, because you weren't even sure what he had.
I was hoping that he'd be able to anchor this rotation at the 5 spot,
right.
Give us 20 starts, have an ERA in the low 4s. If everything goes great, high 3s. I wasn't expecting 2017 Kyle Hendricks. And listen,
right.
we say this all the time. He's one crazy start away from the ERA inflating mightily. But this is still a very interesting development. And
yes, it is.
I'm glad we led the show off with it. That's my favorite Chicago Cub
right.
of this era.
Well, let me tell you this, dude. If class is back in session, we're in summer school, player. Put your phones away, get a pen or pencil out.
Well, the last time I was in class, I think I was asked to leave. So,
all right, not a surprise there.
Yeah.
All right, coming up next, we get the brooms out as the Cubs sweep the Pirates.
And I need a broom for my broom. It's pretty dirty.
Okay. We talk about that ball game next. Today's episode is brought to you by Bird Dogs. Wow, do these shorts make you look and feel good. One of the best parts is they send over with your order right now using the code LOCKEDONMLB a Bird Dogs Yeti-style tumblers. I try to learn the orientation of our new graphic still. Great tumbler. Have some cold water in there right now. Keeps everything cold or hot through the whole day. Bird Dog stretch khaki shorts are designed to fit slimmer through the leg and thigh, giving you a truly sculpted look. Show yourself off this summer wearing Bird Dogs. Go to birddogs.com/LockedOnMLB. That's birddogs.com/LockedOnMLB. And if you order right now, you'll get a free Yeti-style tumbler. You won't want to take your Bird Dogs off. We promise you. The Cubs play the Cardinals at 12:10 p.m. Central Saturday. That's 6:10 p.m. London time. And you can listen to every pitch with the Cubs hometown broadcast on SiriusXM. On the SXM app, search Cubs or tune into channel 844. Catch the Cubs all season long on SiriusXM. It is a little unique that is the next game for the Northsiders as the Cubs finish the sweep of the Pirates with an 8-3 win on Wednesday before days off on Thursday and Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday, 2-gamer in London against the team from St. Louis. Cubs are now 10-2 since June 9th and 36-38 on the season. Cubs victory Wednesday completes 2 sweeps of the Bucks in the span of only a week. Cubs outscored the Cubs a lot to a little in these games. And there was a bunch of scoring again. Sam, on Wednesday, Miguel Amaya led off the third with a double. Mike Tauchman walked. Nick Madrigal laid down a sacrifice bunt. Good baseball there. Then Nico Mackey Horner again performed with runners in scoring position as he tripled home Amaya and Tauchman to start the scoring on the day. One batter, Seiya hit home Horner on a sac fly. And then there was two out, 2 RBI hits in this game, one by Ian Happ and one by Nick Madrigal. Horner also hit a solo home run.
Boy, that was a lot.
Everyone's updated now.
All right. Nico Horner leading the team in RBIs is such a backhanded compliment to me, because I am still so fed up that he leads off against lefties and has led off most of the year. It's so clear and obvious. He's the best hitter on the team, not counting Tauchman, excuse me. Not counting Tauchman, his recent stretch since he's been up with runners in scoring position. And the fact think about this, Matt. He's not a home run hitter. I know he hit one today. What was that, his 5th? He's still leading the team in RBIs with only 5 home runs, and most of his at-bats coming from the leadoff spot, because of he's good when those spots happen. And there's so many other guys on the team that can lead off. I have to hammer that home, because, it's just obvious. He's a run producer. The analytic people don't value the RBI, and they're wrong. There's something to second and third, 2 outs, instead of looking for a walk, taking a pitch 3 inches off the plate, lining a base hit, bringing runs home. There's something to man on third, less than 2 outs. I don't care. I'm getting that run home. There's something to that. Nobody whined about RBIs when the late, great Lou Gehrig knocked in like 193 of them.
Yes.
So, I want to see him in those spots. I was in the car on the radio when he came up. I want to say it was second and third, 1 out after Madrigal's sac fly. It got to be 0-2. My heart rate was at a smooth 63, because I knew he was going to drive the baseball very, very well, at least get one. It turned out he got the biggest hit of the game. Give Nico spots with the game on the line.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. And I listened to that moment on the radio as well, dude. And
Pat Hughes
was back.
Hall of Famer.
After being in the TV booth on Tuesday.
And Ron Coomer made an unbelievable call on Madrigal's game-breaking open 2-run single.
Yeah, so bases loaded, 2 outs in the 8th. Madrigal got 2 runs home. What did he say?
So it got to be 2-1, and Pat said something like, what do you think here? And Matt, and he goes, I think he's going to get that pitch again and line it in right center for a 2-run single.
Wow.
And then the very next pitch, Pat goes, look at that, a line drive, right center field, base hit. Great call, Ron. And when he says something like Ron, I still in my head think it's Sano, so I get a little bit excited.
Right.
When he's like, what do you think here, Ron?
And we mentioned his sack bunt earlier in the game. Pretty stable defense at third.
Yeah, he's doing
fine.
Have
you warmed up to him at all, Madrigal?
Well, again, yes. I think
Morel played second.
I think he's a nice utility guy that, with the options that we have at third base, is by far the best defensive option. I think he is a dynamic, unique bat off the bench late in a close game. And if he's hitting 9th, I'm good with it to start a game. I don't think he's the type of guy that should be playing every day and hitting lead off, and his numbers will back that up. But since he's come up from AAA, he's been an asset to this major league club.
Yeah, that coincides with June 9th, when since they've been 10-2 since that Giants series. They also called up Miguel Amaya that weekend. He's going to start at third, bat 9th. I suppose against some righties, Mastro is going to start at third, although I'm not really so keen on that. Morrell did play second on Wednesday. Dansby Swanson is fine. He's expected to return Saturday. X-rays came back negative on his wrist after getting hit on Tuesday night. So that was good. And Ian Happ has heated up also on this 12-game stretch from the right side, Sam. He was putrid before this. I saw a clutch hit down the right field line last Friday in a win against the Orioles. And Happ's been again from the right side pretty good this week, including the huge hit today.
If Ian Happ can get going consistently and get his power stroke going, this team's going to be trouble to deal with. There's no doubt about it.
Wow.
So, or Suzuki for that matter.
Right.
Cincinnati won their 11th straight game today.
Yeah, I'm tired of them.
Yeah, Colorado. So
they play the Braves this weekend. They're going to get swept. So.
Oh, did you hear that?
Well, I'm just trying to be a little bit of a meatball, but
okay.
You know, I'm trying to be fair looking at other scores. I try not to do it as much.
Yeah, I know, but 11 in a row is worth mentioning.
Yeah, no, it's very impressive.
The Cubs are 9-2 in their last. They're 10-2 in their last 12. They've lost the game on the red.
But and we'll talk about this, of course, more for Friday's show. But
yeah, but it's fun. It's
the prospect of them returning stateside back to Wrigley next week, 500.
Yeah,
is wild. Yeah,
who is St. Louis throwing? Wainwright and who?
Yeah, I think they announced today before their game. I think it's Jack Flaherty.
He's really scuffling.
Yeah, he had a really poor start last time out.
No, he's had a really poor campaign.
Also, Mike Tauchman, 2 walks on Wednesday. His OBP is now up to 411, which is mightily impressive. He batted 8th against the lefty Rich Hill on Wednesday. And the other thing about these 6 games with the Pirates, Sam,
the Cubs won all of them.
Well, they did win all of them,
which is just unreal.
But they put them away every time.
No, there wasn't really any close contests.
No, there really wasn't.
Yeah, no,
there was no close contests, and it's good to see this group put teams away, and they did end up putting the Pirates in the ground. They lost 9 straight.
Matt,
I told you that was going to happen, man.
No, you did. You did. And I was hoping for 2 out of 3.
And then I got something fun from Daily Random Cub to finish up. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, do you, and I know we're going to talk about this tomorrow, so a little preview.
Right.
Are you a believer like my dad, who already has texted me twice, upset that the Cubs are white hot and then they have 2 days off? Or do you not think that matters?
I don't think it matters. You have to because of the travel.
No, I understand. He's irritated that they have to even play in London.
Yeah, I could see why people are annoyed. I also think that, it could the narrative, it could mess with their mojo. I think my dad sent me that in a text to me.
Yeah, no, that's what my dad said. Maybe it's like a next gen thing.
Mess with their mojo, yeah.
Well,
but then we talked through it on
he didn't use those words. It's not an Austin Powers film.
But then we talked through it on the cellular device, and we realized London's only like 6 hours ahead. It's about a 7-8 hour flight. They're going to be fine.
Well,
even on the backside, dude, they're going to be back like midnight Sunday into Monday. They're going to be fine. They played 7:05 Tuesday.
Well, Sunday's game, American time, starts at about the crack of dawn.
Yeah, I know. I know, yeah. 9-10 a.m. first pitch.
I might,
Are you even going to be up for that?
Well, Sundays are usually my sleep-in days.
Okay.
But obviously, yeah, I'm going to be up for it. I'll have a pot of coffee on at like 4 a.m.
And finally, Rich Hill started against the Cubs today. He had his first career start on August 5th, 2005. And here's the lineup that manager Dusty Baker sent out that day.
Oh, boy.
Matt Lawton in left.
Yeah.
Todd Walker at second. Derek Lee at first. Aramis Ramirez at third. Nomar Garcia Parra at short. Jeremy Burnitz in right. Jose Macias in center.
I don't know
Michael
who that,
Barrett catching, and Rich Hill on the bump. Low key, a solid lineup.
but I don't know who Jose Macias is.
You don't remember him?
No.
I believe he was an Expo at one point.
Well, that 05 year kind of had everything go pretty south.
And Matt Lawton, I believe, was a Pirate at some point.
And then 06 wasn't great at all. And then 07 was kind of like this season, where slow start, weak division, 85 gets it done.
You
And,
have to look into that.
Yeah, 85. I think they won the division at 85 games. Remember, the turning point of the season was Piniella coming out of the dugout against the Braves. And he started kicking the dirt at the up. And slamming his hat down. I was at the airport watching that. I was going nuts. I love that type of passion.
Absolutely. Didn't he throw the base?
And then that team got swept by the D-backs in the
Oh,
DS.
yeah,
And
don't
my dad and I had game tickets for game 3 after they're down 2-0, and I refused to attend.
Oh, wow.
Because I knew it. I knew their fate.
Cubs going to London, and we're putting the call out to all the Locked On Cubs listeners in the United Kingdom, and actually not only the UK, but also the surrounding areas. Listener Charlie from Ireland reached out to us today, Sam.
Oh, wow.
We're going to, I think, take him up, or he didn't offer to come on the show, but I'm going to offer him to be on for Friday, even if it's a small segment. So hopefully he could be on. Or maybe even on the back end of the series, we'll see. Shout out to the everydayers who are with us all 5 episodes throughout the week. And you can become an everydayer by checking us out each and every weekday. Be sure to hit that subscribe button for Locked On Cubs on YouTube and smash the like button for the algorithm. Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your pods, and streaming on SiriusXM. He's Sam Olber. I'm Matt Cozy. This is Locked On Cubs.